Two kingdoms. In John 18:28, we find that Yeshua, who had been taken to Annas and then to Caiaphas, was then taken to Pilate. When Pilate asked,
"What accusation do you bring against this man?"
they answered him,
"If he were not an evildoer, we would not have delivered him up to you."
Then Pilate said to them,
"You take him and judge him according to your law."
The Judeans said to him,
"It is not right for us to put anyone to death."
Pilate asked Yeshua.
"Are you the king of the Jews?"
Yeshua answered him,
Do you say this from yourself, or did others talk to you about me?
Pilate answered,
"I am not a Jew, am I? Your own nation and the chief priests delivered you to me. What have you done?"
Yeshua answered,
My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then my servants would fight, that I wouldn't be delivered to the Judeans. But now my kingdom is not from here.
Pilate therefore said to him,
"Are you a king then?"
Yeshua answered,
You say that I am a king. For this reason I have been born, and for this reason I have come into the world, that I should testify to the truth. Everyone who is of the truth hears my voice.
In this exchange, we see here two kingdoms. The kingdom of heaven, which Yeshua established on the earth during his ministry, here among those who heard the truth and believed. His apostles set the foundation for the establishment and growth of this righteous kingdom, in spite of those Judeans who did all they could to stop its development. Since that time, there has always been a righteous remnant to carry that work forward, and today is no different. At the present time, we are working toward the great remnant exodus, which is proclaimed throughout the prophets of Scripture. These prophecies will be fulfilled before Messiah's return. The other kingdoms, ruled by the prince of darkness and the powers of the air, will continue to fight that fulfillment, as they did in Yeshua's time here on earth, as we witnessed by the Judeans claiming Yeshua was an evildoer, without providing any proof except that they wanted him dead. We see such manipulations in the world system today, which is ruled by the prince of darkness. But let's look forward to the end of this battle, which is scheduled to arrive in our lifetime. Let's look to the book of Revelation and see a brief picture of what is ahead for us in the near future. We'll begin with chapter 12, verse 9.
The great dragon was thrown down, the old serpent, he who was called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. He was thrown down to the earth, and his angels were thrown down with him. I heard a loud voice in heaven saying, Now the salvation, the power, and the kingdom of our Elohim and the authority of his Messiah has come, for the accuser of our brothers has been thrown down, who accuses them before our Elohim day and night. They overcame him because of the Lamb's blood and because of the word of their testimony. They didn't love their life even to death. And the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to fight with the remnant of her seed, those guarding the commands of Elohim and possessing the witness of Yeshua Messiah.
In Revelation chapter 13, John describes a beast coming up out of the sea, and one of its heads looked like it had been fatally wounded, but his fatal wound healed. And the whole earth marveled at the beast, and they worshipped the dragon, because he gave his authority to the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying,
Who is like the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And it was given to him to fight with the set-apart ones, and to overcome them. And authority was given to him over every tribe and tongue and nation. And all those dwelling on the earth, whose names have not been written in the book of the life of the slain Lamb, from the foundation of the world shall worship him. If anyone has an ear, let him hear.
Then John describes the second beast he saw.
And I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns, like a lamb, and spoke like a dragon.
The second beast is also known as a false prophet.
And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he does great signs, so that he even makes fire come down from the heaven on the earth before men. And he leads astray those dwelling on the earth because of those signs which he was given to do before the beast, saying to those dwelling on the earth to make an image to the beast who was wounded by the sword, yet lived. And there was given to him to give spirit to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause to be killed as many as would not worship the image of the beast. And he causes all, both small and great, and rich and poor, and free and slave, to be given a mark upon their right hand or upon their forehead, that no one should be able to buy or sell, except he that has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is the wisdom. He who has understanding, let him calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
These verses represent one kingdom in the last days, the kingdom in which the majority of those left on the earth will serve, unless they choose not to fall prey to the deceptions of these 2 beasts and follow the Lamb wherever he goes and become part of the remnant of her seed, the seed of the woman, or believing Israel. Those guarding the commands of Elohim and possessing the witness of Yeshua Messiah. Revelation 12:17. We see the leaders of that remnant in verse 1 of chapter 14 of Revelation.
I saw, and behold, the Lamb standing on Mount Zion, and with him a number, 144,000, having his name and the name of his Father written on their foreheads. I heard a sound from heaven, like the sound of many waters, and like the sound of a great thunder. The sound which I heard was like that of harpists playing on their harps. They sing a new song before the throne, and before the 4 living creatures and the elders. No one could learn the song except the 144,000, those who had been redeemed out of the earth. These are those who were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are those who follow the Lamb wherever he goes. These were redeemed by Yeshua from among men, the first fruits to Elohim and to the Lamb. In their mouth was found no lie, for they are blameless.
These are those servants of Elohim, sealed with the seal of Elohim found in Revelation 7, verse 3 through 7, verse 8. 144,000 out of all the tribes of the children of Israel, 12,000 out of each tribe. These are the leaders of the remnant of Israel, the overcomers, as are all those who are called the remnant. What is their outcome?
And I heard a loud voice from the heaven saying, See, the booth of Elohim is with men, and he shall dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And Elohim himself shall be with them, and be their Elohim. And Elohim shall wipe away every tear from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, nor mourning, nor crying, and there shall be no more pain, for the former matters have passed away. And he who was sitting on the throne said, See, I make all matters new. And he said to me, Write, for these words are true and trustworthy. And he said to me, It is done. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end. To the one who thirsts, I shall give of the fountain of the water of life without payment. The one who overcomes shall inherit all this, and I shall be his Elohim, and he shall be my son.
So, we see how the overcomers end up, but what of those that take that mark?
And the third messenger followed them, saying with a loud voice, If anyone worships the beast and his image, and receives his mark upon his forehead or upon his hand, he also shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out undiluted into the cup of his wrath. And he shall be tortured with fire and sulfur before the set-apart messengers and before the Lamb. And the smoke of their torture goes up forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night, those worshiping the beast and his image, also if anyone receives the mark of his name.
We see the two kingdoms delineated at the end of days. Only two. The first kingdom, led by Yeshua Messiah, the 144,000 leaders of the remnant, and those fellow overcomers who choose to join themselves to the remnant of Israel, those guarding the commands of Elohim and possessing the witness of Yeshua Messiah. Or the second kingdom, led by the dragon, the first beast, or the anti-Messiah, and the second beast, or the false prophet, and composed of those who take the mark of the beast and worship him. You have to ask yourself, which of these kingdoms has the more favorable outcome? After all, we're just talking about eternity here. You choose.